Rat Yahweh, Rat Yahweh Shah, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Kurak Radash. All praises, honor, glory, love, respect, and faith and power and trust and all credit to my heavenly Father Yahweh and my heavenly big brother Yahweh Shah. Thank you so much for what you've done, what you're doing, and what you're going to do. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of GMS, Great Millstone, who I learned from, and all the men scattered all over the world, teaching His truth and none but the truth in the name, spirit, and the power of Yahweh Bashim Shah. Trying to put a spiritual bug in you Hebrew Israelites' ears, you so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, and you speckled birds. And what is a speckled bird? That'd be a Hebrew Israelite that look like some of the heathen nations, like, for example, a Hebrew Israelite that look like a so-called white person or so-called Chinese person, etc., etc. Got some videos lined up about Esau, Amalek. Gonna play these videos. I'm gonna get into the scripture my best ability, say whatever God say through spirit and power, Yahweh Bashim Shah, the Holy Spirit, the Kurak Padash, Lord willing be on me. Let's get it. Now hold on. Let me see. Is there any other videos I add? I'm just checking to make sure that I missed anything. I think I got everything. Alright, let go.
We have a truly disturbing anti-Semitic report to share with
Really?
you from Italy. Well, Stephen Briggs...
Just to let you know, this is my first time playing this video and all the rest of them, so I don't know what they expect, what they saying, what they gonna say.
Of Israel Matters joins us now. My friend, I didn't want to give too much background because I want to hear it right from you. What exactly is going on?
And he talking about we have some big news about some anti-Semitic stuff. And I'm like, meanwhile, y'all niggas ain't reporting. Or did they? I don't know. Did they ever report that Christian nun or whatever, she supposed to be a Catholic nun getting pushed down by this violent rat wearing a small hat? I don't think so. Or either they talk about it's pissing on Christians while they up on the balcony and they raining piss on the Christians while they walking by. I don't think they talk about that. Or either trying to shoot at them with hot lead. I don't think they talk about that. But anyway.
Here.
Well, anti-Semitism
and spitting on them like... Psh.
Is no longer hiding in the shadows across Europe. It's moving into public spaces, tourist areas, social media, government debates, and in some cases direct physical violence. And Italy is a case in point. Jewish leaders are sounding the alarm after online forums reportedly urged people to identify and report the presence of Israeli citizens and Italian Jews staying in hotels and other tourist accommodations. There's actually a Google forms that you...
Oh, these niggas here, they just cried out they need attention. That's all.
Could submit the information of where they...
Ain't shit happen to these rats. Well, things are happening to them, but see, they make the shit happen. They start the shit. They start acting like little fucking niggers. And then the people will be like, look at these dumb crackers. What the fuck is wrong with these motherfuckers?
Were. And according to the Jerusalem Post, the president of Milan's Jewish community said he feared Italy was going back to the 1930s to what he described as hunting Jews. The forms were later removed after intervention by Italy's national coordinator for the fight against anti-Semitism. But that phrase, hunting Jews, should stop us in our tracks. The Bible in Jeremiah 16:16 says, behold, I'm going to send for...
So wait a minute. Hunting Jews? What the fuck ever, nigga? The only people I know that being hunted down right now be you blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Speckled birds, y'all can blend in, but whatever. Lord knows who is who. You got Northern Kingdom right now being hunted down. Them ice angels on the lurking, looking for you Latinos, so-called Latinos, Hispanics. And hell, yeah. Majority in Northern Kingdom. And shit, next up you Southern Kingdom. You're gonna be hunted down too. What the fuck is that? Oh, I thought I'm about to see, man.
Many fishermen.
I'm about to say, I thought I seen a rat chilling on one of my wood piles. I'm like, motherfucker, let me get my BB gun. I ain't having these niggas around my property.
Declares the Lord, and they will fish for them. And afterward, I mean,
I don't want to kill the thing, but I'm like, nah, bro, you going to stay off my property, bro. I'd rather have squirrels, chipmunks, and birds and frogs on my property. I know damn rats on mice.
Send for many hunters, and they will hunt them from every mountain and every hill, and from the clefts of the rocks. That's Jeremiah 6.
Oh, hold on, wait a minute. I'm over here talking about rats and mice shooting them with BB guns, hunting rats. Hey, hunting rats. But what the hell he just say? Wait a minute, nigga. This fucking... What the hell did he just say?
Jeremiah 16:16 says, behold, I'm going to send for many fishermen, declares the Lord, and they will fish for them. And afterward, I will send for many hunters, and they will hunt them from every mountain.
No, you fucking piece of shit. They're talking about the elect men coming to hunt down the elite. And whoever else that's on the Yahweh Shema Shah hitting shit list. No, they're talking about hunting down the elite, you fucking digger. You fucking red nigger. Get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna leave a comment. Hold on. Turn fisherman. Yeah, we first fishermen. You fucking piece of shit.
Hunting Jews should stop us in our tracks. The Bible in Jeremiah 16:16 says, "Behold, I'm."
Yeah, Jeremiah 16:16. Let's get to that. This fucking bitch ass nigga. You know what the fuck this nigga talking about? Jeremiah 16. Let me just voice it. Bitch ass nigga. What the fuck? Sorry, I'm just mad, man. I'm hyped and I'm fucking mad, man. This nigga. That's what I hate about these dumb motherfucking crackers. They always take the scriptures and twist it up. Don't even know what it means. That's why the Lord set up prophets. What was it? Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 16. Yeah, God warns, or Yahweh warns, of coming judgment. Starting, he will send fishermen, which be those of prophets. They out there fishing for the elect. They warning about the disaster coming, telling them we Israelites repent, and telling them the God of our Bible's name is Yahweh, and our Savior name is Yahweh Shah. So you got to repent to Yahweh by Shema Shah now before it's too late. And then when it's too late, then the Lord gonna turn these men of fishermen or prophets into hunters. The fuck this bitch ass nigga talking about? Matter of fact, let me pause this video. I'm gonna leave a comment to this bitch ass nigga. Be right back, Lord William. Alright, I'm back. I'm trying. It took me a while to figure out what I'm gonna type in. But yeah, this is what I said. And Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 16 talks about the damn, this shit rusty. Yeah, anyway, so I got distracted. Yeah. In Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 16 talks about the fishermen being represented as the prophets of the Lord. And the Lord Yahweh Shah. I should say all caps of Yahweh. But yeah, I'll just say Yahweh by Shema Shah. And yeah, it was the prophets of Yahweh by Shema Shah in this present time. The Lord Yahweh by Shema Shah will turn these prophets into hunters. Men with God-like, and I put the lowercase g, because we're going to be many gods, not capital G gods, but men with God-like powers, hunting down the wicked elite of all the heathen nations of the world, hiding in their underground bunkers. Heathen nations like Esau, Amalek, them baby dick sucking Jewish faggot fuckers, Moab, Ammon, you know, all them niggas. We're going to get all of them, hunt them down, put them in chains, and get out in them fields, boy, and work your ass till the sun go down and up and down and up and down. You fake Christians don't know nothing about the scripture. Let's get back to this red nigger.
I'm going to send for many fishermen, declares the Lord, and they will fish for them. And afterward I will send for many hunters, and they will hunt them from every mountain and every hill and from the clefts of the rock.
That ain't got nothing to do with them small head niggers. No. Well, it does, because they're the ones going to be hiding in their bunkers. Like little rats. They're going to be hiding in their little rat cave, their little rat nest. Scared. And then the Lord have those them spiritual hitmen coming after their ass, taking them out or locking them up, taking them out or locking them up.
So it's Jeremiah 16:16. This was not merely criticism of a government policy. It was an effort to map
Fuck your ass up, nigga.
Where Jews and Israelis were staying, where they were traveling, and where they could be found. And Jewish leaders
that script ain't got nothing to do with the fuck that nigga talking about. Nothing.
in Italy warned that identifying people and providing their locations is precisely the kind of atmosphere that turns hatred into violence. And that is the line Christians must be clear about. Criticism of policy is one thing, but mapping Jews, intimidating Jews, singling out Jewish travelers, and treating Jewish presence as a threat is something entirely different.
We serve people all across Georgia.
I think I should I think I'm gonna I might add in more, but anyway.
Understand what they've been through is something.
I think we almost need to just stop for a second and think about this. In 2026, let's rewind maybe 15, 20 years ago and have a conversation with ourselves. Like, hey, guess what? In 2026, there's going to be these flyers going around, these Google forms, where you're encouraged to rat out where Israeli Jews and Italians.
No, wait a minute, man. They gonna do this shit to you Israelites. You know that, right? These niggas are claiming to be, we're being attacked by boogeyman or whatever made up bullshit. We're being attacked by everybody. No, we gonna be attacked. The believers of Yahweh Shema Shah, we gonna be attacked. Shit. This devil gonna be coming with great wrath. Even these fag ass niggas gonna be talking against us. And we just speaking the truth. These niggas, god damn, man, the fucking Christians. Let me let this video play. I hate doing video like this because I'm gonna talk a lot.
Italian Jews are. Like, that is so absurd that, but I think that maybe the more
I think this nigga, he a small hat. he wears a small hat on top of his damn skin, nothing but skin. He takes a razor to his top of his head, damn dome. Shit, this nigga right here losing his shit too.
tragic side of it is, it isn't that shocking anymore.
And you know what's so funny? This nigga, I wonder. But this nigga, now, check this out. I got a gay cousin. Yeah, I got a sodomite cousin. We all got sodomite cousins in our family, unfortunately. I got a gay cousin that was married to a nigga that kind of looked like this motherfucker. They adopted a little girl, and now the small head nigga took the little girl. Yeah, the motherfucker, I mean, shit. That nigga took everything from that dude. Took everything from my cousin. Oh, well. Shit. Hey, man. And then the nigga kind of looked like his ass, too. That probably could be that faggot. Anyway. Yeah, because the nigga had bald head. He had a little facial hair here and there. It was like 10, 12, I don't know, 15 years ago since I seen that faggot. But he looked kind of like that motherfucker. But whatever. Yeah, that nigga went to, he went to Israel and took the girl with him. The girl, she like, I don't know, she real dark looking. She got some nice looking hair, like you know, the good hair. You know how they say with brown people have good hair, that straightened hair. I don't know where they get their child from, but they adopted her. But shit, anyway.
And so to that guy's point, this does feel a lot like the 1930s, where the hatred of the Jews.
1930s. But what about the blacks, Latinos? No Negroes, no Mexicans, no dogs allowed. What happened to that? Nigga, y'all niggas and these fucking faggots wasn't going through shit. No small head niggas wasn't going to do nothing, nigga. They was just hopping and skipping through the tulips. There was nothing happening to them motherfuckers. Shit.
Has once again become so palatable, politically correct.
And what happened over there in Germany, shit. Them small head niggas were doing that shit to their own people. Heck yeah, they're doing that shit to their own people. They're trying to weed out all the undesirables, the goyim of their people.
Normalize that we're here again. Gosh. This is
not, yeah.
Please go ahead. This is beyond just.
Man, shut up, man. This fucking nigga talking about some Jeremiah chapter 16 verse 10. Hunt out fish. They're referring to them niggas being hunted. No, it is. They're the ones that gonna be hunted. Yeah, but the fishermen and hunters are gonna be you Israelites. That's the prophets. Anyway, let's get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I can't tolerate this junk. Meanwhile, these rats are being hunted down. Now they packing heat. They been packing heat, but there's another video of these niggas here packing heat. Let's get to it.
Violent threats against Jewish people worldwide have soared since the terror attack in Israel on October 7th, 2023, and the war in Gaza against Hamas that followed. Tonight, our senior Washington reporter Devin Dwyer looks at how some of the Jewish community are taking security into their own hands as he talks to members of a group called Locks and Loaded, which seeks to strengthen Jewish communities through firearm ownership and safety education. In tonight's Prime Focus, Devin also talks to the National Rifle Association.
Yeah, I left a comment about this shit yesterday. Now, this is the one video I did actually watch. I ain't watched all of it. But let me go ahead and get to the comment. Let me show you what the comment. Yeah, it's still there. It hasn't been deleted, and nobody ain't say anything about it. It's probably been, I wouldn't say blocked, but I don't know. But it says Amalek is locked and loaded, ready to bust rounds at some anti-Semitics, or is it anti-Shemitics? What happened to them getting protection from the Lord? What happened? Isaiah chapter 2 verse 4 talks about the sword will turn into plowshares and the spears turn into pruning hooks when the Lord returns. And nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. What's going on here? Yeah, what's going on here? That's supposed to be going down. What are the Lord's people packing heat for? I mean, I'm a real bona fide, genuine, authentic Hebrew Israelite, OEM to the head to the toe. Heck yeah. And yeah, I got some bang bang pow pows, but I don't lean to that shit for protection. No, these rats are. Yeah. But anyway, let me continue on. In Deuteronomy chapter 33 verse 28, it talks about Israel dwelling in safety alone. Whoa, what's going on here? In Jeremiah chapter 23 verse 6 talks about Judah being saved, and Israel shall dwell in safety by the Lord Yahweh. What's going on here? That's all I want to say. But nobody ain't gonna give me that question. They ain't gonna answer the question. No, they ain't gonna give me an answer. I meant to say. Yeah, they ain't gonna give me no answer. No, there's just gonna be crickets. Shit, only crickets. So you gonna get some crickets.
Which, in an exclusive interview, discusses training Jewish Americans to
And like her, she's an Israelite. She should be asking her, like, but she don't know no fucking better. But I'm pretty sure all these people heard the truth.
shoot, as a controversial gun group works to emerge from a swirl of recent scandals.
I mean, it's already controversial. It's controversial over Zion.
But as we'll hear, not everyone agrees that more private gun ownership means more safety.
And it's funny, the same people that talk about some damn, we gotta defund the not defund, we gotta do something about firearms safety, or not firearms safety, but disarming Americans. These are the main people that's funding that shit, but then it's okay for them to own firearms.
It's a Tuesday morning outside Chicago, and an unusual crowd gathers in a gun range conference room over bagels and locks.
How often do you come to practice?
I come here once a month.
A retired psychologist, a consultant, and a nonprofit leader.
We have to figure out how to protect ourselves, right?
Their parents and grandparents, Republicans and Democrats.
I shoot a 9mm.
Man, why is it just all these niggas? How come it can't be a mixture of other people? It's got to be just nothing but small hatters.
I'm not a big gun guy. I'm actually
Why can't it just be other people mixed in with them?
here because I'm learning.
All are Jews or their allies here to schmooze and to shoot.
To the chest, one to the head, threat!
Shit, empty mag on head and reload on chest. Empty mag, dump on the head. Boo, 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 boo. Hey, man, speaking of that, what that video footage, they ain't talking about as much. This one Jake got shot in the head 3 times. It was 8 cops, or 4 of them, I don't know. They were wrestling with the Jake. And one of them I thought he had a taser, but no, he blasted his damn brains out, shot him 3 times in the head. In public. Broad daylight.
The morning of October 7th, a lot of us saw it live on social media.
Oh man, goodness great. Get the fuck out of here with that October 7th monkey ass shit. You know, goddamn, that shit was orchestrated. They rolled the red carpet off of them a la Outbox. And then they rolled out that, what is that shit called? I'm about to say Samson. No, it's that, what is that? Director something. Where the IDF go out and go fucking ballistic on the citizens and their own soldier men. Yeah, they go shooting up, blowing up their own people. And what they did when they were killing all their own people, saying Hamas did it. What was it, the Hannibal directive, whatever that fucking shit called. Yeah, you niggas were killing your own people. Massacre.
It was just
no uproar on that shit.
live streamed the atrocities, and you feel like the walls are closing. So you just feel the need to protect yourself.
Nice job, nice job. Show clear, 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 clear.
The desire for protection is a common denominator here.
Oh, shit.
Harbor Freight Tools are working hard in real garages across America, like at Nico's Automotive Shop in
That terror attack in Israel on October 7, 2023, and the war in Gaza that ensued with Hamas created a ricochet effect. Violent anti-Semitic incidents in the U.S. have skyrocketed. Last year, a man opened fire, killing 2 outside the Capitol Jewish in Washington, D.C. Molotov cocktails
there's some old shit too.
were thrown at a demonstration in
It ain't like some shit that happened this year. This shit happened like 2 years ago.
Boulder, Colorado, killing an 82-year-old woman calling for the release of Israeli hostages held by Hamas in Gaza.
Yeah, it was a crisis actor.
And earlier this year, a man drove a truck full of gas and commercial-grade fireworks into a preschool entrance of Temple, Israel in Michigan, in what authorities later called a Hezbollah-inspired terrorist attack.
What is she smiling about?
Every time the door opens at a
What the fuck was that? Why is she smiling? Look at that. She got a big-ass shit-eating grin.
Entrance of Temple, Israel in Michigan, in what authorities later called a Hezbollah-inspired terrorist attack.
Every time the door opens at a synagogue, every single person in that congregation is looking towards that door out of fear because of what might happen.
American Jews here tell us they're increasingly vigilant and looking for ways to protect themselves.
Why was a gun the answer?
I think we just felt that
Why the gun answer? The Lord should be your answer. What's going on here? What's going on here? Shit.
it was the most protective thing that we could do.
All right.
I don't
And I
want
bet you ain't nobody gonna say about, well, what about the Lord? The Lord supposed to protect you. They gonna say, fuck him. Yeah, them niggas gonna say, fuck him. Yeah, them niggas gonna say that. Shit.
I
feel, hey, I hate how I said that, but that's how these motherfuckers gonna feel. They like, we don't care about the Lord. We are the Lords. Yeah, these niggas are gods. Shit. These motherfuckers say we are gods. Just like that Harari nigga. That little 4-eyed rat nigga. Come on, son. We got transhumanism. We can make it rain. We are gods.
Okay, I want to get enough stuff in place, so that's the actual last thing.
They were coming to me because they were scared. They were scared for themselves. They were scared for their family, their kids.
Oh my goodness. From what, nigga? From what? Some shit y'all made up?
Were harassed. They were being followed. They were being threatened.
Oh man, I guess the pest control following them. Yeah, the rat exterminator.
Because they were Jewish.
Because they were Jewish.
Gail Pearl.
Who the hell would know they were Jewish? How would you know that identify somebody who's Jewish? You look like some regular ass crackers to me. Seeing y'all goofy looking motherfuckers, y'all look like regular ass goofy looking crackers. And that's it. Nobody studying you niggas.
Was a bartender.
The Lord is. You got war with Amalek for generations. This generation, the last one.
And firearms instructor before October 7th.
That's an ugly bitch.
Now she
dual pistol with it. She got goddamn 2 of them things.
also trains Jews in self-defense through a national program she created called Locks and Loaded.
Me being a firearms instructor, how can I help people? So I thought about it.
I bet she a lesbian too. And she probably the Lord's people. I believe she is a lesbian.
Reached out to a local Jewish organization and I said, I will do basic pistol for absolutely free.
So how does a former bartender...
Free? Amalek doing something free? Huh? That's unheard of. Nah, free for her own people? I don't know about that shit.
Become so
proficient. She feel like, give me shackles. I don't do shit for free. Give me shackles.
In tactical weapons training.
Practice. Lots of practice. Lots of practice. You know, weapons are just tools. Just like anything else, you have to learn how to use it.
Gail's group has taken off. Just over 1 year, she launched more than 59 chapters in 24 states. It has over 1,800 members.
All right, Marla, you got this. Tight hands. Go!
Our members, not all of them, but the majority of them, over 60% of them, have never held a firearm before. That has changed drastically now. We are not the weak. We are not defenseless.
But wait a minute. But you damn sure are Amalek, though. You are weak, really. And y'all need a gun. Now, nothing wrong with having a gun for protection, but when it's ultimately, ultimate protection, it's only the Lord that's going to protect you. So I'm just saying that, But where's the Lord at for you people? Nowhere.
We're setting the stage for deterrence. We are on defense, and Bubby carries now.
On my mark, shoot forward, walk. Threat!
According to the Anti-Defamation League, 2025 was the 3rd highest year on record for anti-Semitic incidents.
Oh shit. But what about blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Indians? What about us? We're getting murdered and killed all day. Yeah, we fuck ourselves up too. Yeah, again, that's the part of the curses. We're gonna have an evil eye towards our own brothers. But when it comes to all you other nations, you niggas always hurting us, throwing hot grease on us, trying to shoot us, kill us, rape us, eat us. Goddamn, yeah, eat us. Shit. Lie on us. All that shit. Oh, yeah, I seen one picture or one video and it was somewhere in Florida with these 2 Jakes, they're electricians, and the cops come and detained them saying we heard gunshots of the after shooter. And the Jake kept talking, running his fucking mouth. Shut the fuck up, Jake. He kept talking, and the bitch went psycho. It was a female cop, and she could mean a cop. A female cop shouldn't be, but it was an Edomite female cop. This bitch went fucking psycho. She said, "You don't shut the fuck up, I'm gonna fuck your ass up." While he kept talking, and she just straight up went psycho. But anyway, that event where it happened, and all the lynchings and all the shootings and all the teenagers getting pummeled in the face by a hard object, I don't know. Anyway, and they said they ruled suicide or some bullshit. Anyway, that's oh man, that's it's being mentioned, but there's some things that ain't being mentioned. But this is oh man, it's on ABC News Live. Yeah, talking about that shit. They going through so much. Nigga, you niggas ain't going through shit. Nobody got to know you're a baby dick sucker. Nobody got to know that shit. You niggas, these niggas walk around with a t-shirt on a t-shirt printed saying, "I'm a Jew." I'm Jewish. And that's how everybody will know who you are. Shit. And you can walk down the street. These niggas walk down the street look like Jimbo Jones or Sir Francis Jackson. Yeah, you can look like any regular ass Edomite, and that's it.
Incidents in the U.S.
But whatever.
As a response, Gail says she wants to open
This big bitch look like just a regular bitch, a regular Edomite bitch.
as many chapters across America as
They're fat as hell.
quickly as she can.
Anti-Semitism is not getting better. It's not going away. It was always
Oh my goodness.
there. Now it's trending. And I need to grow more chapters so any person looking for that kind of help, this confidence, a way to defend themselves, that Locks and Loaded can be there.
What if I wanted to join your club? Oh shit, nigger, you're not allowed. Why? You're being racist. Let me join your club. I'm Jew. I ain't gonna say wish, but I'm Jew. I'm a Jew. I'm an Israelite. Let me join. Shit.
Earlier this year, she asked the NRA for help.
I said yes, yes, and yes.
New NRA president.
Yes, because if he said no, his ass be out of a job. Shit, they'll put a fucking stamp of they'll put an anti-Semitic stamp on that bald head. Well, bloom. That nigga gonna be walking that anti-Semitic stamp on his head for days or weeks or months. Shit, yeah, it won't never come off. Yeah, they'll probably freeze his bank account too if he said no.
And Doug Hamlin, in his first network TV interview,
Here's the dirty, hairy mag.
told us he jumped at the opportunity, providing access to NRA-backed trainers and shooting facilities.
We're getting more involved now.
Esau swords, man. Anyway, shit. Meanwhile, where's the Lord at? I know this gonna be a long video. Well, no, I only got like 5 or 6 more left. I'm gonna let this keep playing.
Than ever before in education and training, competitive shooting, our youth programs.
If a Muslim American group came to you and said, we're feeling threatened at our places of worship,
Yeah, what would they say then?
partner with us?
Absolutely.
Even though I don't care about the Muslims.
And there was anything that I could do, and
Yeah, that nigga be like, yeah, it's all about money. That's all about money.
the National Rifle Association could do to support the Muslim American community, yes, we would.
The outreach is part of an effort to repair the NRA's reputation after years of
Them niggas ain't come to support and aid to certain jakes that use their firearm lawfully against certain individuals, and what happened? They didn't send no lawyers to help them jakes out when they were defending themselves, their lives from enemies of their nation. Yeah, enemies that look like this nigga. No, they didn't send people like sending lawyers to help them out. No, NRA don't do shit.
changing membership and financial mismanagement by its former CEO, Wayne LaPierre.
Are we past peak for the NRA?
Historically, our membership numbers have fluctuated. We have millions of active members today. All right, the NRA is strong. The NRA is getting...
All right, let's get to the next video. I want to hear this shit.
Right, so by Pete Pig's breath's own count, Donald Trump's Iran war is now costing the United States $37.5 billion. That number? Well, they can pull that out faster than a magician with a rabbit. Just look at the precision, decimal point and everything. As if the Pentagon's accountants are splitting atoms and not budgets. But ask one of Trump's top brass how many Americans have been wounded. Suddenly the arithmetic turns into interpretive dance. Over 100, says US Ambassador to the UN Mike Waltz. 482, says the official figure given to him by Congress because he didn't know. Just a minor rounding error. There's only a few hundred actual people lost in the Pentagon's version of Where's Wallet. While Trump's team is busy playing Guess Who with the casualty list, Israel's finance minister is out explaining why Israel is in absolutely no rush to join the carnage this time, because according to Bezalel Smotrich, America fighting Iran while Israel stays outside of it is about the best setup Israel could hope for. And he's right, isn't he? America pays, and Israel comes first. But despite their decimal points and their hard numbers when it comes to the money, that $37.5 billion is still just the tip of a very ugly iceberg. But let's turn to Mike Waltz getting handed his own backside over those US casualty numbers first. You see, US Congressman Ted Lieu asked Mike Waltz a very simple question.
American service members are in the Middle East risking their lives in the war with Iran. How many U.S. troops have been wounded in the Iran war?
You know what they gonna say.
My understanding from the Defense Department's latest numbers is over 100, but about 70% or 90% of those have immediately returned to duty.
Oh, that's a lie.
Okay. That number is wrong.
Fucking liar.
According to the Defense Casualty Analysis System, 482 American troops have been wounded. Now, it's not surprising to me that you did not know the answer to that. The reason you are here today and in your position is because you were fired by the president from your former position as National Security Advisor.
Shit.
You disclose.
Do not interrupt, nigga. Shit, but he
classified information.
Esau like, God damn it, blah, 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 blah.
That harmed American pilots and put them at risk.
About me. That's your spin, I guess, for your next campaign commercial. I don't know.
Opening statement. You bragged about doing a Security Council resolution on Iran. So yes, Iran is in your job responsibility. Focus on it and focus on the truth. You don't even know how many U.S. troops were wounded in this Iran war. Shame on you for not even know basic facts. You are the U.S. ambassador and you don't even know how many U.S. troops were wounded in Iran war. You got that wrong. You should be shameful. You don't know basic facts. You should resign.
Shit, should be in chains.
Over 100. Oh, sure, 482 is technically over 100, in the same way the Pacific Ocean's technically a puddle. He wasn't slightly out. He hadn't said 470 and been corrected. He was off by several hundred real people, and immediately tried to Houdini his way out of it by rambling about how many had gone back to work. Now, the Pentagon hasn't published a full breakdown of severity for all 482. What it did say was that nearly 100 personnel had been injured since the 7th of July alone, and 96% of that more recent group had returned to duty. Many were relatively minor, including concussion-type injuries. So we're not pretending 482 people were all lying in hospital beds here, but a concussion is still an injury, medical treatment was still needed, still counts, and returning to duty doesn't mean the blast never happened. They were wounded, therefore they count. They don't vanish into thin air just because Mike Watts finds the smaller number less awkward to say out loud. And no, Waltz isn't personally jotting down casualty stats in a little notebook, I dare say. Nobody expected him to show up with a clipboard and a stethoscope here, did they? He did, however, appear before Congress as one of Trump's senior public defenders, ready to explain why this war remains wise and necessary and supposedly going marvellously. Knowing how many Americans have been hurt seems like the bare minimum for defending this war, therefore, surely. 18 American service members have been killed. 482 were on the official wounded figure cited to him at that hearing. They are the price already paid by real people. And apparently the administration can recite the bill down to the penny, but suddenly forgets the people paying it in blood. Just to reinforce how much the money seems to matter more to this administration, just ask Pete Kegsbreath about the money. Suddenly clarity and precision is back in a flash. Senator Dick Durbin asked Whisty Pete for the updated costs. So watch how quickly this answer comes out. No hesitation, no mental gymnastics, which for him is actually quite something.
Do you have a new estimate about what the war has cost us so far in this, the 5th month of the first year of this war in Iran?
Senator, the estimate we have as of today is $37.5 billion.
And is the current activity, which we've been told about, the exchange of fire back and forth in Iran, an indication that that number is going to go up in the months ahead?
Some of that number captures additional O&M, mill pay, and other that would be anticipated through the fiscal year. So some of that anticipates what costs would be going out in the future as well.
So the new number you've given me is what?
$37.5 billion.
And that represents the cost of the war through what period of time?
Through now for certain aspects of it, but also mill pay, O&M, other anticipated costs through September 30th.
You, sir, are the failure, not the men and women who are on that front line, not the men and women who hold up their honor with distinction. But if there's a lack of a winning strategy, they're in harm's way. Their leaders have failed them. And that's what's happening. We have political leadership. You don't have a strategy. You don't have a long-term plan to actually win this war. Win the war. The men and women are going to be able to do it, but they need to have leadership. When will you show leadership? When will you show leadership?
Why don't you show some leadership and stand up to your fellow Democrats who won't fund the troops, who stand and play partisan politics while you...
Okay, anyway, Esau divided like hell. And shit. All for the sake, they are doing this all for the sake of Amalek. Anyway, next video.
Well, this isn't really getting enough attention, and we should cover it more, but the Israelis continue to show how psychotic they are. This is important because we continue to fund them. Now we're merging our militaries with their military, and yet this is the type of stuff that we're actually supporting. Here's an American doctor who was interviewed by Katie Halper, and he says that Palestinian children were buried alive.
Him witnessing two children being pushed into the mass grave by Israeli soldiers with a bulldozer, and then their cries being muffled by the dirt that was poured upon them while they were being buried alive. And then when the bodies were excavated, the red and green shirts of these kids, whose hands were tied behind their backs, were found. Is that type of monstrousness. But
the anti-Semitic, oh my goodness, but CBN saying that these people are being hunted down like rats. They're being hunted down like rats. And if that's the case, then shit, they deserve it. Shit. Damn. I mean, these little children here, even though, damn. They heathens, but damn. You hand-tied them, and they get buried. That's hellish condition right there. That's hell right there, being buried alive in the earth. Shit, not buried dead in the earth, but buried alive in the earth. That's hell. But damn, these fucking niggers are fucking disgusting. Hey, that's what happened when the earth bear fruit, the people more.
Level of heinous behavior.
The wicked is being revealed of who they truly are. Not no holy divine people that give out righteous advice and moral whatever the fuck. No, they don't give you none of that. They just tell you, do it in the butt. They'll tell you something like, do it in the butt. You can have sex with a man having sex with another man. You can have 6 genders. They believe in 6 genders. I think it was 6 of them. Yeah, it was 6 because they love number 6. So it had to be CL. They believe there are 6 genders. Shit. These niggas say it's okay to have sex with a 3-year-old, and they claim that's part of the an arranged marriage. Yeah, that's these people.
Can only happen if your hatred is formulated by design from your birth.
We don't hear stories like that about Palestinians doing that to Israelis.
No, really nobody. Nobody's doing that to these fucking rats.
Burying their children alive, hands tied behind their back, listening to their screams. That's the way they're
most time this would be going on with you Jakes. Shit.
going to kill them. I mean, this is absolutely shocking. And this is the type of behavior that we are supporting. And it's not just this. The settlers are going and being incredibly violent. And, all we do is we say, hey, and we say to Israel, hey, stop, tell your settlers to stop it. Or we don't do anything to actually protect the people.
Hey, man, it's funny when the settlers come to bring hell to these people, and they got guns and shit, and then when the people that living on their land bust back with guns and shit, them niggas scurry and run off and call you anti-Semitic because you had a gun. I'm like, that's some shit. You got a right to defend yourself. These niggas gonna call you anti-Semitic because you defending yourself. Fuck these niggas. Hey man, these niggas are retarded, bro.
Unbelievable, but here is a report about settlers attacking a Palestinian village. They actually threw gasoline through a window onto a baby, nearly burning the baby alive. Watch this.
Oh,
well, if you watch my show,
Dozens of masked Israeli settlers launched a pogrom in the village of Twani in Masafir-Yatta.
Look at all those rats. Look at all those rats. There's a pack of them. Somebody got to call pest control on these niggers.
Middle of the night. They vandalized the houses and set fire to the homes, vehicles, and the village mosque. And they paint sprayed revenge on one of the houses. Revenge
for all that damn hate. That hate they spray painted on the wall.
What? For being Palestinians living on their
vandalism, that hateful shit they got on the wall.
Wrong land?
That demonic ass fucking writing they got on the wall. That Ninja Star Death shit.
After the midnight, over than 30 settlers they raided my village, the village of Twani. They start smashing the windows of the mosque, trying to throw gasoline and burning materials inside it so they can burn it all. Then they removed from the mosque to this house.
Man, they are. You know damn well these niggers ain't the damn people in the Bible. They are not the biblical Israelites. Fucking niggers. Even though, I mean, I don't give a fuck about Allah, but still, I mean, come on, man. The things these niggas are doing ain't what the Lord people want to. No. Now, we gonna destroy all this shit. Yeah, the Lord is gonna destroy all these mosques and all these temples and all that dumb shit. He gonna destroy all this damn heathen bullshit. But these niggas here, well, anyway.
There was a little child sleeping.
And they trying to kill babies too while they're sleeping.
Under the window, after they smashed it, they dropped the gasoline. The gasoline came all totally on the Palestinian child. Then later they start throwing stones from outside the window, and they hit his mother, she's pregnant actually. With the milk factory, they started from here. They try to smash the door so they can break into the yogurt factory. Yogurt and the stuffs inside, it was totally destroyed. It was.
These niggas trying to fuck up with the yogurt? Yeah, they try to fuck with the yogurt.
Like fresh yogurt that they want to sell it. This factory, it's the only factory in Masafir-Yatta, and all women in Masafir-Yatta are welcomed to work here. It's offer like jobs for the Palestinian women in Masafer Yatta. And it was actually a very, very scary moment, because when I saw it, that they start with the mosque and the other house, in my house, then I said, okay, the entire village will be set on fire. Family are getting
And you
burned.
wonder why do people hate these motherfuckers? God damn. These are fucking niggers.
Everything is getting burned, our properties are getting burned, and I cannot do anything. I knew if I will come even closer to them, I will be beaten, and maybe I will be burned or beaten till death. I saw myself actually displaced from my village because of the scenes that I saw yesterday. It's written revenge in Hebrew, and they write the Star of David.
That ain't no Star of David, that's just a ninja star of death. That's an ass below, soul above star. Shit. There's a star of Rimrath, or whatever you call that nigga.
Throw the gasoline inside the car, and in few seconds the car was totally on fire. There is a phrase in Arabic which is said like, in one hand you will never make the sound of the clap, but with two hands you can make the sound of the clap. And I said this because we want, as we are Palestinians, one of these hands, and we want the people out of Palestine in Europe, and the people that they believe in humanity, and they have like brothers and sisters, and the humans that they live in Palestine, and they care about them. We want them as the second hand, so both of us together we can make the sound of the clap. And it's
hey, soon later they will be making a sound clap on them damn. They're gonna be clapping back at them damn small hats. Yeah, they're gonna be clapping back with them small hats, and them small hats will be like, oh gee, oh. Nah, I'm gonna say, oh jeebus. Nah, they don't believe in that nigga. They gonna say, oh Satan, help us. Shit, help us, Lucifer. That's what they gonna be. Even though Lucifer just means light bearer, it ain't no actual person. It could be people, but anyway, I ain't gonna get into that.
Sound of the clap. I mean, we can reach for freedom, we can reach for peace, and we can reach for a better life than what we.
But soon, the Allah Akbar folk gonna be goddamn clapping back at these motherfucking small hats, and these small hatters gonna be getting their ass handed to. Oh yeah. Hey, matter of fact, let me get a scripture. If I remember, where is that? I think it was this one. 2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 2. No, 28. Behold, a horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia, but they're not. Hold on, there's like, I don't know. They ain't got no ties with Arabia. No, of course they ain't got no ties with Arabia. But either way, they like the same. Shit, they like the same. They all Allah Akbars to me. Shit, I don't give a fuck. Shall come out of many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. Alas, the Carmanians raging in wrath. I forgot who are the Carmanians today. I forgot. But anyway, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. Yeah, the Assyrians will be, I believe they be they're like the oppressors of Edom. The oppressors of Edom. And there shall be dragons up in the I ain't gonna read the rest.
We are living now.
It's unbelievable. The level of depravity that is going on over there.
It reminds me of some other people that going through some shit like that. A bunch of hellish junk that been going on shit for a long time, especially here in America. Yeah, it'd be like you so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Let's get to the next one. What is this? One person, diesel prices explode. I'll save this. Let's see what we got. Let's get this one.
So I'm going to bring on our next guest, and she is excellent. She's always amazing to talk to. She is a fierce media critic. Sanna Saeed, welcome back to the Katie Halper Show.
Hey.
Hi.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, yeah. I always love having you on, and I was so excited when someone told me that you were doing this series with the great Mundo Weiss, which is a great online news outlet, and it's one of the, as I always like to remind people and credit them with, one of the basically like 3 outlets based in the United States that actually or with a real United States presence that actually covered, pushed back on the mass rape hoax of October 7th. So it was Mondo Weiss, Electronic Intifada, and the Gray Zone. So so people understand what's happening. So this week, despite the most Democrats in the House who voted against it, the National Defense Authorization Act passed and is now going up for a vote in the Senate, along with Section 219, that further entrenches aspects of the U.S. and Israeli defense technology partnerships and cooperation. But you made this really great video, I thought, that gives some important context to not only this specific bill, but also the relationship between the United States and Israel. So let's take a look at this video.
The United States Congress just voted to expand military technology cooperation between the United States and Israel. A lot of people are freaking out about this because what do you mean the United States military is being integrated with the Israeli military? It really reinforces this idea that there is an Israeli takeover of the country and government. But the reality is that this news is actually just the latest upgrade in a military relationship that's been getting deeper and deeper for decades. During the Cold War, the United States didn't see Israel as an ally. It increasingly saw Israel as a strategic asset. It was a state that could help project and protect American power and influence in the Middle East without the United States having to just go right in and do it itself. By 1981, that relationship was formalized in a U.S.-Israel Strategic Cooperation Agreement, which was explicitly framed around, once again, deterring Soviet influence in the region. That agreement talked about joint military exercises, joint readiness, research and development, and defense trade. Then came missile defense. Under Reagan's Strategic Defense Initiative, the United States and Israel began jointly developing the Arrow anti-ballistic missile system, one of the clearest examples of how Israeli military technology.
Now, what the fuck they doing making weapons of mass destruction, missiles? There's the small hat. Hey, these niggas supposed to be the Lord's people. They making weapons of mass destruction. Anyway.
She ended up being...
They aren't supposed to have weapons of mass destruction if they're the chosen people. All the weapons of warfare are supposed to be turned into guarding tools. And the nation shall not learn war or either lift up a sword anymore.
Into the entire...
Lift up a sword against one another. Or learn war anymore.
Infrastructure of American defense. So what's happening right now isn't the beginning of a military integration. It's just the next phase. Yes, like the language has of course changed, right? Changing technologies means changing languages. Now we're talking about AI, robotics, emerging technologies, co-production, defense startups, procurement pipelines. But it's the same relationship at its core because Israel has never been just a country the United States arms. It's a military laboratory. It's a technology partner inside the entire infrastructure of American violence and power. And that's the story. Not that the U.S. and Israeli military suddenly became integrated overnight, but that Congress is trying to make a decades-long relationship even harder to separate and dismantle.
So that's a great video. Thank you for making that. Expand on those ideas. I mean, even before we get into the nitty-gritty of this bill, I mean, just the idea of Israel as an asset, not an ally. I think, you get into so many important things here. So.
Thanks so much for also showing that video. It's been interesting because I understand kind of the impetus and the kind of fear that's being, of course, I think also the outrage, the righteous outrage over this idea that these two militaries are being merged. I think for a lot of Americans who are concerned about this, not only, they're coming from different vantage points maybe, but, the concern is like you've seen what the Israeli military, of course, has done in Gaza over the last 3 years in particular, of course, not exclusively. And it's like, how can our military be integrated into something like that? And there's also this element of, well, the Israelis spy on everyone. And if we're using their technology, they're going to use it to spy on us and so on and so forth, right? And I think these are all, of course, like legitimate concerns, absolutely, for anyone whose country is integrating itself or seen as merging itself with another military. The thing is, and that's what I kind of try to talk about in this very short video, it was about 2 minutes, and the series that I'm actually working on, which I'm happy to talk about as well with Mondo Weiss, is that, we need to look at this as not, like I say, an overnight merger. And I think even using the term merger is not accurate at all, because what this is a further integration of U.S. and Israeli defense technology sectors, acquisition pipelines, the research and development systems, and just operational planning, right? It's just...
But what about the drafting and shit, Anyway.
A further integration of that, and doing it in such a way that like I said at the end of the video, it's harder to dismantle and separate. So this isn't a new thing. These militaries are not being merged; they're only further being integrated. And if we look at the relationship,
I'm looking not just with the military, but the government, the United States government and the Israeli government merging together. Cause that's what I heard from one video. They said they merged together. I don't know. They probably just military, but whatever.
Of the United States and Israel, specifically from the 1950s onwards, we can see that this is the landing point, but it's not even the landing point, but this is naturally the next phase of what this relationship, as it's looked like for over 60, 70 years as well. And so I think it's important, and this doesn't, again, dismiss or even diminish the concerns that so many people rightfully have, but rather it's like for us to be better able to confront what is happening and what it means, we need to be able to, of course, look at and understand what the historical context of this relationship, and specifically of that military relationship, has been.
Right. Because also one of the issues with calling it a merger is it kind of suggests that they're separate right now and not already integrated. So talk more. Yeah, keep going. Sorry.
And it continues to kind of perpetuate this narrative that, like, well, it's Israel that's in control of the United States, or the Israelis are taking over our country. And I think, again, there's a conversation to be had about, and absolutely, which is being had about.
America is being controlled by the small hat niggas.
Pro-Israel influence in American politics, especially.
Goddamn, all the damn businesses are owned by them niggas. All from tech to porno, sports, banks, the media, news, all your movie production owned by them Jewish people. Shit, goddamn, man, yeah.
Domestic, but especially also foreign. That absolutely is a conversation that needs to continue happening and something we need to continue fighting against. But also what it does is that it functionally absolves the United States of its role in all of this. Like, we can't talk about having the most powerful military. I mean, although I guess Iran would disagree, but you can't talk about having the most powerful military in the world, the greatest empire in the world. And we do have the most expansive, most powerful empire in the world. And all of a sudden say that it's being taken advantage of by something that is functionally, and has been, it's, a little colony of its.
Right. Yes, exactly. And one of the things that I hate, I bring this up all the time, is when I have people on who I agree with, like there's some, America firsters, and I agree with their, I don't know if they self-describe as America firsters, but some conservatives who I agree with about, Palestinian babies should not be blown up to bits, right? Like they are rightly disgusted by this, and they speak out and get into trouble or whatever. But they'll say this is not who we are, and I'm always like, no, this is who we are. This is not like an aberration. I mean, I think that there's a documentation of sadism that we're seeing now that we don't see at, like, we look at Abu Ghraib is there, but like that was supposed to be hidden, right? So like there is something uniquely exhibitionistic.
Okay, I guess that's it for that. Damn. Here we go.
Denormalize Israel. Basically, we've got two choices. Either we aggressively denormalize Israel, or we watch our society become more and more Israeli. We either collectively reject Israel, or we watch Western militaries fuse inseparably with the IDF. We either turn support for Israel into political campaign poison, or we watch politicians obliterate our right to criticize Israel while backing increasingly evil Israeli military agendas. We either ferociously oppose our government's involvement in Middle Eastern wars, or we watch Israeli leaders grow more and more ecstatic as more and more Western blood and treasure flows into the war machine. We either normalize viewing Israel as a freakish abomination, or we sit passively watching authoritarian Zionist operations like Palantir get inseparably interwoven into every level of Western power institutions. We either stand together to oppose Israel for the racist apartheid state that it is, or we watch our Muslim neighbors suffer increasing discrimination and abuse at home, while our governments help massacre our Muslim brothers and sisters.
Man, what about you Israelites? Man, fuck these damn Muslim niggas, man. I ain't standing these musty ass niggas. Shit, what about the Israelites? You so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans. You gonna have Israelites on that Muslim shit, man, fuck all that. But what about the Israelites? The true Lord, the people's Lord, lords. Anyway, the true people of the Lord. We can experience some worse things than these Muslim ass, whatever the fuck you want to call them. Shit, fuck them. And we still going through some shit. And we gonna go through some shit when Jacob Trouble go 4,000, 9,000 RPM to the engine blow up. I don't want to play this shit. sympathize over, man. I know none of them a la Outbox. I don't give a fuck about them niggas.
Hey Internet friends, what does it mean to be America first? Seriously, can we define that? To me, very simply, it means that the US government should prioritize the interests of the United States and its citizens above the interests of other countries. That's all. But on the world stage, what we're seeing is pretty much the exact opposite.
And like I said earlier, I haven't watched all these videos. The only one I watched, I watched a little bit of this with the like few minutes of it with the one with the Amalek packing heat, and that was it for their protection. yeah, and that was it. But I wasn't expecting that video to be. I thought it'd be an actual person. I guess it was an actual person, or either it's AI. But I want to hear that shit. I don't want to sympathize over no goddamn Muslims. Fuck them. I mean, they going through the same shit. Well, they sort of going through the same shit, persecution, but by them small hatters. But hell, we went through this. The most worst fucking atrocities. Shit.
It's all coming to a critical juncture.
I mean, they going through some shit getting blown up to bits by big ass bombs and shit. Yeah. Hell, over here in America, the so-called blacks and Native Americans, we were getting bombed in our own fucking town. Because I always say blacks, because some of us are also Northern Kingdom too. Like over in, like say for Tulsa, Oklahoma, when they were flying, dropping sticks of dynamite over the towns, or the shit we own and lived in. But yeah, it wasn't just blacks. Yeah, you had some black folks that was holding on to them Native Indian ties and all that shit. But whatever.
Where the corruption, bloodlust, and greed is at an all-time high. But we're in these final moments where we can still say enough is enough. We don't want this.
United States.
Let me give you
United States of Israel. No, it's actually United States of Amalek. They're not Israel. They Amalek.
a timely example or two of America last, so you know where I'm coming from. Within the last year or so, the U.S. moved from supporting Israel's conflict with Iran to now just directly fighting Iran. Remember when it all started to heat up last June when the U.S. went in and struck those 3 supposed nuclear sites because Iran has been 2 weeks away from developing their nuclear weapon for the last 30 years? Copy, paste, the same line over and over.
If not stopped, Iran could produce a nuclear weapon in a very short time.
Iran is so dangerous. Weeks away from having the fissile
red as fuck
material for an entire arsenal of nuclear bombs.
They're very close. They're 6 months away from being about 90% of having the enriched uranium for an atom bomb.
They've been talking about this shit for 20 decades. No, 30 decades.
Iran will be capable of producing alone, without
importing. Still got them big ass ears.
Anything. Nuclear bombs within 3 to 5 years.
Whatever, I guess. It seemed like everything fizzled out for a while after there was the ceasefire, but then in February of this year, we're back on. Okay, so the U.S. and Israel began a joint bombing campaign, and wouldn't you know it, the first hit is a girls' elementary school in Iran. Whoops, I guess. Iran began striking U.S. bases around the Middle East, and there's all this talk about fire.
Yeah, that was AI's fault.
Fighting around the Strait of Hormuz. So what does fighting in the strait do? Why is it relevant? Well, the possibility of a blockade is there, but mainly it's that commercial companies are going to stop going through there, which threatens the U.S. economy and the worldwide economy. And while we Americans might not be able to see war and death in our backyard, Americans have and will feel the consequences of war in their wallets when they go to feed their families, fill up their cars, and so on. And it's compounded, magnified, the volume is turned all the way up already because the Federal Reserve, an unconstitutional foreign banking system with no allegiance to our country, took over the U.S. monetary supply, and now we all live under Babylon Talmud debt slavery. And the Fed just keeps printing more and more money into circulation, which makes the value of your dollar go down while prices of everything else shoot up. And now this war is making everyday expenses cost more. And I don't know, we're just basically killing people, children, girls' elementary school for no reason because it feels good to be the alpha cat, the big dog, if you will, on the global chessboard. And everyone who watches Fox News is just like, hell yeah. But is it really hell yeah, or is it just hell?
It's just hell.
Let's run the numbers for an average family of 4. Groceries are averaging about $1,200 a month for a family of 4. Mortgage or rent prices, $2,500 a month. Car insurance, $300 a month. If the husband or wife, one of them, has a student loan, that's an average of $500 a month. Utilities, another $300. Health insurance, let's call it $800. Average month.
All thanks to Amalek. But it's also me to play as the Lord. The Lord is bringing his pain and suffering to you people, to your pockets.
Monthly auto loan on
that humble you niggas down.
A new car or even a used car is $600 to $700, but I'll be generous and I'll say one of you owns your car outright. You got to commute to work, and that's maybe $150 to $200 a month per person. Your phone bill is another, whatever, I don't know, $100 to $200, and that's before any childcare expenses or anything extra, anything fun. And when I add all that up, an average American family of 4 is spending $6,650 a month just to survive, just to exist and go to work. So the median household gross income before taxes in 2024 was $83,730, making the gross monthly income before taxes for an average family of 4 $6,980. So I'm just eyeballing it, what's left over $300, maintenance, repairs, medical bills, vacations, and I'm just realizing I didn't even mention credit card debt.
And I was just mentioning that because I'm like, a lot of people using credit cards to pay those bills. And that's boom, she talks about it.
Everyone's just getting more and more into debt if you're an average family of 4, if you're an average person. And what do we know comes with debt? Compound interest. So you are just digging the hole.
Amalek making more money. You end up being a debt slave to Amalek. Yeah, it'd be a... Matter of fact, let me get to that. What is it? Proverbs chapter 22, verse 7. The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is the subject to the lender. And Amalek is the borrower. That you Israelites are the lender. Yeah, we the ones that taking money for loans, and then this nigga here using usury to make money back off of making profit off of that loan. Yep, you ain't supposed to do that shit.
Well, deeper and deeper. Meanwhile, this week, the House passed its version of the National Defense Authorization Act, the large bill that sets Pentagon policy and authorizes military spending. We got hell yeahs across the board, y'all. The NDAA authorizes roughly $1.1 trillion in defense-related spending for its fiscal year 2027, although the Senate must pass its own version before anything becomes law, okay? Our own government voted to merge America's military and supply chains with Israel. You heard me right. They did. And that
You know that nigga ain't got no talent. Look at this small head nigga.
It's treason. That's what's in this. That's what's in the NDAA. I'll put it up on the screen. Exchange Israel for any other country in that sentence, and there would be riots. People would be in the streets. But because everyone who works in Washington, D.C. literally kisses the wall in Israel, and they all answer to AIPAC, around $750 million is being spent essentially to combine U.S. and Israel's militaries. This is more than a collab, okay? This isn't like BTS Oreos. This is a merge, okay? We are one. We're getting joint missile defense programs, joint military development and research. We're testing these drones together. Lindsey Graham is smiling up from his grave. We're doing the PSYOPs.
Yeah, he's smiling from his grave. Shit. Yeah, he in the spirit world at peace, at rest. But he's like, boy, you people don't know, man. Y'all are doomed. Y'all are doomed. You Edomites are doomed. That's where he's going at right now in the spirit world. He's like, shit, we're gonna be slaves.
Together, we're holding hands, frolicking through the fields together. And the reason we're being told this is happening is because Israel is America's closest military ally in the Middle East, and we want to defeat those terrorist killers.
I call upon all nations to do everything they can to stop these terrorist killers.
Which is America and Amalek. United States of Amalek.
Thank you. Now watch this drive.
So defense corporations have a vested interest in keeping the good times rolling in Iran, and an ever-expanding budget that gets a thumbs up from everyone in Washington, D.C. And listen, I get it. The U.S. wants regional dominance in the Middle East, a foothold. There's oil. They want oil. Iran has it. And British Petroleum used to have free access to it, and now they don't. Gaza has oil off the coast, and there's strategic value now in killing everyone if you're Israel. Just like the Syrian Golan Heights has incredible value in natural resources, and the U.S. got into it with them, and now Syria is ruled by an al-Qaeda commander, which no one ever talks about anymore. I thought we were against that. Like, I thought the CNN, the Fox News, the
this guy here playing basketball on the White House ground. He's the former Al-Qaeda. Shit. Former Al-Qaeda leader playing basketball on the White House ground. Shooting hoops, throwing layups and alley-oops and shit. Slam dunking like he's Shaq or some shit. Shit, doing a Michael Jordan spin around, slam dunks, one hand. Shit.
As people, we're supposed to be at least, pretend to at least be against this, right? Like, at least pretend. Didn't Toby Keith create a beautiful patriotic ballad post 9/11 that was clearly about not liking this? We'll put a boot in your It is clear that among many goals, Israel wants to be the energy transit hub in the region, and how great would it be for the U.S. since they're our greatest ally? These defense companies line the pockets of our politicians, while AIPAC, a foreign country, lines their pockets and, blackmails politicians in compromising situations with young women and girls and boys and whoever, and then whatever country we're plundering, we get all these displaced people who hate us. They get shipped out into rural communities and our towns, and they don't want to be here. Their home is destroyed. They're sad. Israel has these videos of IDF torturing their toddlers. They probably hate our gut. The culture combo is like oil and water anyway. Most of them will never integrate. They'll never assimilate. And they live on taxpayer dollars while the cost of living for the average
welfare recipients, the biggest of them all.
average American goes up and up and up. Meanwhile, Israel gets no refugees. They get to aggressively expand into the greater Israel, keep killing everyone in Gaza who can't even leave if they wanted to. They're shooting journalists, and then when we say something about it, like, oh gee, maybe
You're anti-Semitic.
shouldn't do that. We're called hateful and anti-Semitic. And now there's all these anti-Semitism laws and the surveillance.
Yeah, it's about to go heavy on that shit. And that's gonna come down to the family of the word. Yeah, just you wait. These rats gonna come down with some wrath. You say something hateful, they gonna deploy a fucking kill drone, a kill bot for your ass, special for you. That's why we need the Lord, man. These niggers are fucking crazy. Hey, we need Yahweh Shema Shah.
Grid being rolled out in America, which last time I checked.
I ain't gonna play no more of that video. I'm gonna get to the last one. See how much time I got. I gotta go to my dog. I gotta go to the backyard. My dog. I gotta pick up her doo doo. They ain't picked her dog doo doo up in like a few days, and change our whole water bowl. She got like, well, actually it's like a little kid, a little baby pool. I fill up, boy. I gotta clean that shit out. Put some new water in. We get this last one. If you want to watch the rest of this chick video, they go to the title of the video, they go to channel. Let's get this last one.
Israel's Palantir rival is selling $1 million spy vans to U.S. cops. The Texas State Police's purchase of 4 brand new Chevrolet Tahoes this March was unusual. Not just because of the staggering $4.5 million price tag, but because the vehicles were kitted out with technology that could monitor the locations of nearby cell phones. Made by Israeli surveillance company Cognite, the tech simulates a mobile phone tower, which forces nearby phones to connect to it. That enables cops to keep tabs on any phones in the vicinity, whether they're owned by a suspect in a case or not.
My name's Garland Nixon. I'm standing in for the one and...
These small hatters are the ones that's pushing and funding this New World Order shit. I mean, the Rothschilds. What do you think the Rothschilds are? They're small hatters. They're like, yeah, so I'm a small hatter from the line of King David. Like, shit. Fucking liar. You the line from the line of Esau. Yes. Shit.
Only Jimmy Dore. Jimmy is on vacation. And we still have a lot of
niggas are pushing that New World Order, the AI shit, and they gonna be pushing them chip implants for your ass. Boy, these people are not the Lord's people.
Really important stuff to cover. And now one of the things we're going to cover is something called Falcon.
Damn, Texas. I mean, $4.5 million for 4 Chevys, Tahoes. These niggas in the motherfucker, it was that technology. They get to spy on people's cell phones. Shit.
What is Falconet? Israeli spy hardware. We always think of software when we think of spyware, right? But there's hardware. So let's talk about this Israeli spyware. Altex has spent $4.5 million on 4 Chevy Tahoes. As I said, there's always a whole lot of money that's going to be stolen when they're stealing. When you're right.
Yeah, there ain't no damn way in hell. Whatever kind of technology they say they have, they ain't costing that damn much. To go inside some fucking Chevy Tahoes. Shit, no. Fucking piece of shit. It ain't like they throwing bulletproof glass in that motherfucker, reinforcing it, giving some, like, making that shit presidential beast mode protection. No. They just pocketing some extra money.
It's being stolen. Your money's going to be stolen. They're not going to stop at your brain. They're going to get down to your wallet. It's hard to make a 2026 Chevy Tahoe cost more than $1 million until you start packing it with military-grade surveillance technology. Ominous Israeli surveillance tech is now being deployed on American roads. Falconet, brought to you by a company called Cognite. I'm sure you're familiar with them. Israel's Palantir rival secretly tracks people by intercepting the connection between your phone and the nearest cell tower. The idea is, listen to this. You can strap this bad boy to a helicopter, backpack, or Chevy Tahoe and gobble up everybody's data as you cruise around. Champagne Joshi says, look what I found. A portable backpack from Israeli company Cognite that is being sold to American police departments that allows them to surveil and intercept cell phone signals pretty much anywhere. New York's equipment catalog lists the Falconet backpack Core V2 containing 6 software-defined base stations and support for a broad collection of 2G through 5G cellular bands. It includes silent call, heat map, Mucon, enhancer, spare batteries, a tablet, and a mobile controller for the meager price of $372,000. The backpack allows surveillance personnel to, listen to this, leave the vehicle and continue tracking a phone inside environments where a van cannot go, such as apartment buildings, shopping centers, hotels, airports, parking garages, convention centers, stadiums, and what's this? Pedestrian demonstrations. So, should you...
Welcome to the New World Order, brought to you by Amalek.
You decide that you want to go to a pedestrian demonstration, there we go. FalcoNet will be right there to ensure that the police can both intercept your calls, get your data, and follow you around step for step. You know, you're walking around and you're like, who the hell is that guy that keeps walking behind me with the backpack on? I don't know what that's about. Well, I think we know who that guy is, don't we, Derek?
Absolutely, and you know it.
Damn, speaker went out again. I gotta recharge it.
Line in.
For me, it's a positive thing. Just with same with the last story, to see more people talking about these are known as self-site simulators, IS and catchers. And besides Cognate, there's other companies like L3. They've been nicknamed Stingrays for the last decade, and I actually started investigating them back in Houston, where I'm originally from. I started filing open records requests to find out what tools the Houston Police Department had, and they sure enough had Stingrays. And as the article talks about, there's a lot of different versions of this. They've also outfitted them in planes that fly over cities anonymously, but they are the size of a laptop and can be put in a police car, and they can just drive around, or as they mentioned, it can be a backpack and it can be mobile. And I mean, the idea for those who don't maybe understand how it works, your cell phone every moment, every couple seconds is pinging the local tower. This is what they do all day to keep you connected to your digital world. And it constantly, as you drive around, it just connects to the closest tower, then the next one, and the next one. And so what this device does, it basically does a man-in-the-middle attack and pretends to be a cell tower and tricks your phone to connect.
Yeah, this ain't nothing new, 'cause they talked about this some year ago. I think I played a video about this shit a year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I can't remember.
Into it. And so they might claim, for example, on your block they're looking for a bad guy and they know his phone number, and so they drive around with the laptop or the backpack pinging that number until they find it. But the problem is that in that process they're also scooping up the data of all the phones as they pass through. So it's not a very targeted device. It grabs text, images, pictures, everything from all the phones.
Wow. And so what we're looking at now is, an assault on the Fourth Amendment, freedom from unreasonable
privacy,
search and seizure, right? We're now looking at, it is certainly unreasonable. I have a reasonable, the courts always talk about, do you have a reasonable expectation of privacy?
But check this out. What if all of a sudden you want to be in their beeswax, be in their business, finding out what the fuck these people are doing? Oh, how dare you, you terrorists. How dare you get into my business? How dare you snooping into my business? It's not like you're stealing. I'm not stealing anything. I mean, y'all and be you dipped into my conversation, and I'm gonna do the same thing to you. But no, they don't allow that shit. They arrest you and get your ass for doing that if you're doing it to them. But anyway,
cell phone. I pay for this. I should have a reasonable expectation of privacy. But now the government can say...
the only privacy you get from a cell phone is putting that shit in a potato bag. Well, not a potato bag. Wrapping up with aluminum foil, I'll just say that. Yeah, put it in it because it'll be a different type of potato bag. You'll have probably a plastic potato bag, but I mean one with aluminum foil. That's your privacy right there. That's the only way you're going to get privacy with that cell phone. Put it in and wrap it around some metal.
Hey, you know what? We'll just we want the guy next door. He may be or may not be involved in anything, and so therefore we're going to scoop up the whole building. And as you know, these things are ripe for misuse. So that's not that the police departments would ever do that. From a college police department, I can tell you they sure as hell would with a policeman. But all you have to do is go in and just get to the area and say, we want this guy who lives next door, knowing that ain't who they want. Well, while we were there, we happened to pick up some other data that piqued our interest. And then we went and got a warrant. You see what I mean? It's a foot in the door. Even then, I can say, well, I wasn't trying to pick up, I happened to walk by and look in Derek's window and I saw something illegal, and then I went and got a warrant. Right? This way, we just happened to pick up some data on Derek's phone. We happened to put some pictures on his phone, and then we found them there, and then we went after him for child pornography. Well, if you can get on my phone to allege you found child pornography, that means you put the damn child pornography there in the first place, and then arrested me for what you put there. It's like planting a gun, only or a weapon on somebody. The only difference is you do it digitally.
And the digital tools definitely make it easier for them to do things like that. And just, one other point on the way the cell site simulators operate, most police departments claim that they will only collect that data or hold that data for about 30 days. They say if they accidentally scoop your data up while they're going after the bad guys, they're going to store it in some database, but then within 30 days, everything's automatically deleted. There's been more than enough stories over the last decade to show that that's not always the case, and I think most people would probably be hesitant to just blindly believe the officers are not using that data in some other way.
Well,
So I think
what are they doing with that flock shit? Yeah, they spying on their exes and whatever to see, or their current whatever. Anyway,
that's a big concern, and
or not their exes, but somebody they just recently dated, went on a date with. Now they spying on that wherever they go and shit.
In terms of the Fourth Amendment violation, I absolutely think this is a violation.
But anyway, the point is about this is about Amalek. He's spying on you. This video could be used for, you know what? Some videos I'm gonna save it for some other stuff, like I got some videos about Amalek spying on people, and I got another one in here that I can replay. And let me see. I don't think so. What was this about? But anyway, man, I'm gonna end this video. But hey, man, these devils. All I can say is this shit has got to come to an end. And these people definitely are not the Lord's people. Second Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord Yahweh by Shema shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, using his prophets worldwide, exposing these devils and warning you Israelites about dangers coming, ringing the alarm, blowing the trumpet, letting you know that, hey, destruction's coming. It's coming from Yahweh Shema Shah. So the best thing you need to do is seek the Lord and run to the Lord for protection. Don't run from the Lord. Run to the Lord for protection. And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, and him who's coming after the working of Satan with all power, signs, and lying wonders. And who's coming after the working of Satan with all power, signs, and lying wonders? Esau, Edom, so-called white man, but he ain't white. He's raising his baby dick sucking, foreskin eating Jewish faggot nigga named Amalek. So anyway, seek the Lord by seeking his prophets and take heed to what to say and try to build a spiritual mental relationship with Yahweh Shema Shah. Praying Yahweh Shema Shah, praising Yahweh Shema Shah, worshiping Yahweh Shema Shah, fearing Yahweh Shema Shah, and repenting to Yahweh Shema Shah. To all the men out there pushing this truth and nothing but the truth in the name, spirit, and the power of Yahweh Shema Shah. Keep on preaching, keep on teaching, keep your faith and trust strong. Yahweh Shema Shah, stay humble. And for you few sisters out there taking heed, keep your faith and trust strong. Yahweh Shema Shah, stay humble, stay in order with your man. If you ain't got no man, stay in order. Yahweh Shema Shah. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect and all praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Shalom.